Can you hear me now? Hello? Okay, I don't really know what happened. So I guess you didn't hear anything, right? So anything at all? Not even the introductions? Okay, perfect. So I'll start from zero. I'm sorry for that. Okay. Well, I was telling you that I thank you all for being here, and I hope you enjoy our webinar today. And then I wanted to give you introductions in case you don't know us. So here with me, we have Daniel Reed. He's leading our user relationship department. So in case you had any trouble in the past and you tried to contact that department, maybe he was the one who answered you, or maybe some other colleagues, but maybe it was him. And he's normally with me at these webinars, and he will be supporting the chat. So in case you have any kind of question while I'm speaking, then he will be answering the chat. Okay. He's based in Spain, so it's too late now. Okay, so he might need to leave in the middle of the webinar, but then if he leaves, then I will be trying to see the chat. Okay. So, it's also me. My name is Ignacio Roda. I'm co-founder of MovingCube, and I'm based in USA, in San Francisco. And normally it's me, the one who offers this kind of webinars. Okay, so in case you have questions, you can contact us anytime. Okay, so let's start. So today we are going to develop a real app with MovingCube. A real app because this type of webinar is going to be different because we've done a lot of webinars in the past, and normally those webinars are for teaching how to use MovingCube. But today we are going to use a real example. Okay, we will try to create one app that will be published on the App Store. Okay, after the webinar. Okay, then we will give you the link to that so that you can download the app and check it. Okay, so it's gonna be a real app. Okay, it will use GPS functionality and databases. Okay, so basically we are going to create one app for placing items on a map. Okay, so the idea is to have one app for locating picnic areas in San Francisco. Okay, so yeah, so we will start doing it. Okay, and well, it's not about basics today. So I assume that if you are here, it's because you already know how to build apps in MovingCube, or at least you know the basics. Okay, so I won't take too much time explaining how to add an image or things like that. Okay, I will assume that you already know how to do that. Okay, in case you don't understand one of my steps, you can use the chat and ask Daniel. Or if you need me to repeat something, it's okay. You can also tell me, okay? So yeah, let's move on and start the webinar. So, well, first, let me change my interface to English. So I already created the app. I mean, I just started it. I just clicked here on create new app, and I created this one. Okay, the picnic areas in San Francisco. So I'm gonna access it. It's empty. It has no content, so I'm going to start adding content. Okay. So first thing, I'm going to set the language to English, and the category I will use maybe community, lifestyle, and I hate these Slack notifications. And I'll change the title. I don't know why. Okay, picnic area San Francisco is the title. I will click save. And well, I have some resources already created. I don't want to spend time creating icons or images and things like that. Okay, so I prepared some pictures and the data I'm going to use. Okay. Oh, you don't see my screen. Sorry. I totally forgot to share my screen. It's okay. I mean, I didn't do anything important. Okay, sorry for that. Can you see it now? Okay, perfect. So I was just uploading the icon. I clicked here and I have some resources here. So I'll use the icon 512. Okay, this is a, a simple icon that I created in 5 minutes or even less. You should take more time to create a nice icon, okay? Because the icon is really important because it can attract people to your app, okay? So, okay, I have this, I have that, the name. I'm not going to use services. Okay, so I'll go directly to edition mode. Okay, so basically the idea is to have a lot of different items in my database, and I want to show those items over a map, and then I will want to let my users switch from map to a list, okay, so that they can get a list of picnic areas ordered by distance or proximity, okay? And then I will add some filters, okay, so that people can search only those picnic areas that allow barbecuing or those that have like a tennis court or something like that, okay? So it's gonna be simple, but real, okay? So I have some data, okay? I have this small database with 28 different picnic areas. I don't have all areas from San Francisco, but I will add more information after the webinar, okay? But I think this is enough for our purpose today, okay? I have this database on Excel, okay? And I will export using CSV format, okay? But I will do it later, okay? So first thing we want in our app is an introduction screen, okay? This is not really useful as an information provider, but in case you are going to create apps for making money, you should have one intro screen so that you give time to our SDKs or to the ad networks to initialize so that you get advertisement earlier, okay? So basically I'm going to add some space. I will use a transparent image. So, well, I need to upload resources. Okay, let me open the resource manager first. And I will upload some pictures that I'm going to use in my app, okay? I will use these resources. Basically, I have some transparent images that I will use for separators, and then I have some icons, okay? So here I will use some space, this one, and then you should have some text here providing some information like, or a welcome message. Welcome to picnic areas of San Francisco. You can give like terms and conditions or disclaimer text here, okay? So this app uses public information and might not be 100% accurate. Please press start to begin, okay? For example, small font, then I will add some space again. This is a transparent image, so I can control the height of the separator. And then I will add a button in the middle, 70%. I will use green colors, okay, since it's going to be like a outdoor app. I think green is the color for this app, right? Then I will add a text space, then a line break, then I will write start and time break, and another space. And I will center the text. I'm going to use bold letters in white. Okay. So this is my intro screen. It's not really useful. It's only to give time for ad networks to send advertisement. Okay, because I want to make more money with this app. Okay, so let's create the second screen. It's going to be called main database. Okay, so I want to link this button with the other screen. Go to screen main database. Okay, so that's all. That's all for the introduction screen. Okay, maybe I can use a timer with 1 millisecond and the action interstitial. Okay, because I want to make money with this app. Okay, so I want to launch an interstitial if people clicks back on the phone. Okay. Okay, so this screen is finished. Let's go to the main screen of my app. Okay, I mean the main database. Okay, so I'm going to use a data view type of screen. Okay, because I want to use databases. Okay. Okay, so, well, I'm going to pick new database. I will give a name like Picnic. You can use whatever name you want, okay? And then I need, this is my database, okay? I have all this information regarding picnic areas in San Francisco. Okay, so I have to match the number of columns. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, so I will use 20. Okay, and I will match every field with a column. Okay, so let's give names. First one is going to be called name. It's a text column. Second one is address. Is text. Third one is zip code. I can use text as well. Or number. Let's try with number. In GPS, it's going to be location type. Then we have type. Is text. Then we have a field that tells it that picnic area has reservable areas. When I pick text, then we have accessibility. It's almost empty, this column, but it's okay. Then another column says if the area has restrooms, text. Then parking spaces. Barbecue allowed, barbecue, campers, alcohol allowed, recreation house or also text, then clubhouse, tennis, basketball, then baseball or athletics, and number for reservations, and then photo 1 and photo 2. And this field is going to be a remote image, okay? And then the photo 2 is going to be also a remote image, okay? So, well, I have my database already defined, okay? And now I'm going to import data from Excel to MobileCube, okay? So I need to use CSV format, okay? You might have some trouble sometimes to export data from Excel to MobileCube, okay? For example, in the previous webinar we had a lot of trouble. Okay, we were getting errors from MobileCube telling us that we couldn't import data. Okay, and I found the reason after that, and was because I had a blank space after the comma in the location fields. Okay, so now I remove those spaces. Okay, and now it should work. Okay, so I'm going to use this sheet or sheet. Sorry, I don't know the difference in the pronunciation. I'm really bad with that. So I'm going to export my database. I will use database Picnic, and for example, I will use CSV MS-DOS, DOS. Let's try. Okay, and keep format. Let's go back to MovingCube and go to edit the database. So now we have to click here, then import data. I'm using semicolon separator. Okay, we can check. Anyway, this is my database. Let me open it with notes. Okay, you see that I'm using semicolon for splitting. Basically, a CSV file is a text file. Okay, it's when you convert your Excel information to a text file. Okay, that's a CSV file. Okay, you can even edit here some data. Okay, but you see that all fields are separated with semicolons. Okay, so let's click here, import data, semicolon, and select the file. It's gonna be this one. It might take some time. Okay, now you see that I got all the information imported to MovingCube. Okay, process completed, and I have all the info here. Okay, so now we are ready to start designing our app. Okay, so for this app, we have this database, and now we are going to design 3 different views. Okay, we want to display the info in the database in 3 different ways. Okay, first way will be a map. Okay, so we are going to add a view, a map view here. Okay, screen is black. Is it black for everyone? Okay, if it's only black for one person, then it's not my fault. Maybe it's something with the platform. But when everyone sees a black screen, then it might be my computer. But okay, so you see my screen then. Okay. So we'll have this map view, then we'll have a list view in case users want to get a list of picnic areas ordered by proximity. And finally, we'll have a detail view. Okay, so when somebody clicks on one picnic area, he will get all the info. Okay. Okay, so let's start with the map. Okay, and we only have one location field. It's called GPS. Okay, so that's the one. Okay, so I'm going to add one table with 30%, then 70%, or let's add 5% to add some space between the image and the text, and then 65. Okay, so I will add maybe a photo one to the first cell, and now I will add the name of the picnic area here in small size, and I will use green color. You know, it's going to be an outdoor app, so let's pick green. Okay, and maybe we can add the address here in a tiny font and gray color. Okay, Okay, so now we will add one table with two buttons. For example, this size, we will put them on the right side. And we will have some space to 5% cells in order to split content. And because I don't want both icons to be together, I want to have some space in the middle. Okay, so I'm going to add an image here. This should link to Google Maps, for example, in case they want to trace some route from the current location to that point. They need to use Google Map application. Okay. Today it's taking too long to open the Resource Manager. It's loading. I know it's loading because it took time in the previous webinar. Normally it's like spam, but not today. Well, let me tell you that this week we've been having a lot of issues in MobileCube with our servers, so you might have had some trouble like saving data and things like that. Okay, our team is working hard to solve those problems. Okay, now. So the first button will open Google Maps. So we will use the action route. And then as a destination, we will use, well, we need parentheses and then the name of the column in the database. Okay, so if you, let me zoom in. It's easier for you to see. Okay, so now you see that I entered the exact name on the database of the field, GPS, and I use parentheses, okay? This is important for GPS-based applications, okay? So in all, I mean, when you use some action in MobileCube and that action requires some text input, okay, like route or open URL or other things, you can use data from the database for the selected item, okay? So if someone is selecting one picnic area, that will be the selected item on the database, okay? So if I use parentheses, I'm telling the app to use data from the database, okay? You can also use, and we will do this later, but let me switch to English. You can also use values from the device. If you go to support.mobilecube.com and enter protocol, then go to the last article, how to get apps global variables. Then you have some values here that use curly brackets. Okay, if you use them also as a parameter in actions, then the app will replace the values. Okay, so for example, if you use location, I think this one's here, location, it will open Google Maps with the current location of the device. Okay, in this case, doesn't really make sense. So I'm going to keep using the database, GPS. Okay, and let me put this icon maybe smaller, 90%. Okay, so this is my first icon. Now I'm going to use another icon. And I'm going to link this icon with the detail view. Okay, I will use this info icon, and I will use action go to view, and I will select detail one. Okay, and I could also have another icon for sharing location. It should be good as well. Let me create that icon for you, okay? I have this is Inkscape, okay? In case you don't know this app that I'm using, it's a really cool software for creating vector pictures. Okay, so you have the title here, Inkscape. Okay, it's like Adobe Illustrator, but it's free. Okay, so normally for all the things you create with MobileCube, you have enough with this. So let me export this. I didn't have this icon ready, so point of interest. Okay. Okay, so let me add in this table another column. I will use 30%, then 5, no, 30%, and I will add another icon here, and I will use this ser POI. Okay. And I'm going to use something similar, but with the action share. Okay, so you can combine as a parameter of the share action. You can combine text and values. Okay, so I will write this is the location of, and then I'm going to use with parentheses the name of the field that contains the name of the picnic area. Okay, so it's name basically. This is the location of name, and then I will use GPS again. Okay, so if somebody clicks on this icon, then he will be able to share the location with other apps like Twitter or Facebook or SMS or WhatsApp. Okay, so let me rearrange icons. Okay, and let's make the table bigger. That should be enough, I think. Okay, so this is going to be my map. Maybe I can add some space here. Let's add a invisible image. Okay, so I get some space. Okay, that's enough. Okay, so this is my map view. Okay, now I want to create a list view so that I can get my data ordered by distance. Okay, well, first thing I should add some ordering. Okay, so let's go to the second block of this section and let's set the GPS field and order by nearest. Okay, so that's all we need in order to get a list ordered by proximity. Okay, so I'm editing the list view, so I'm going to add one table. I will add a cell with some space, and then I will have another cell for the name of the picnic area, and then I will have just another cell with a small arrow just for making it nicer. Let's add some gradient, just a soft gradient. Okay, I know gradients are maybe old-fashioned. They were famous when the iPhone came. Now people is using flat colors, but if you use a really soft gradient, it can be useful in order to let the user see that it's a button. Okay, so I'm using just a soft gradient. Okay, so then on the bottom of this button, you will see a little bit gray, and at the beginning of the next button, you will see white. So there will be a change of color, and that will be like the limit of the button. Okay. So in the first cell, I'm going to add this picture is only a solid color. Okay, it will define the height of my button. Okay, it's only for that. Okay, so in the second one, I'm going to add the name of the picnic area. Let me add some space. Not that much. I will put it in the middle with small font. And then I will add, well, let me put it in the middle, vertically speaking. Okay. And then I will add an arrow here. And I have the resource here, this arrow. And I will make it really small. Okay. I will place it in the middle. And in the middle vertically again. Okay. And I want all the table to have an action because I want to let the user feel that the whole table is a button. Okay. So I will add an action to the table. Action go to view and it will go to detail. Okay. Okay, so I have my detail view here. And finally, I'm going to create my detail view. So I'm going to use one table again, but only with one cell. And I will explain why. Because the thing is that if this table is, for example, 96%, then, or 92%, then I will add some margin on both sides if I put it in the center. Okay, so now if I add content to this table, then I don't really need to care about the margins. Okay, so that's why I'm using one table with one cell. Okay, so let's add the name of the picnic area in small size, in green color, dark green. Okay. And then I will start adding content. Well, let's add some space. This one. Okay. That should be enough, or maybe not. Let's make it smaller. Smaller, or maybe I should add a picture here on the top. Let's add photo 1. Okay, let's make it big on the top. Then I have the name, and now I just need to start adding. Okay, so I should add more space. I'm going to control copy this. Okay, now I'm going to paste it. I'm not sure if it's working or not. Copy. Paste. Okay, now paste. Okay. Then I will add a label that says address in tiny, and I will use this soft green color. Okay. Maybe I should add one table here. I want to add a button also for opening the map. Okay. Let's add the address, small size, then the zip code, small size, and then the GPS location in tiny size. Okay. And maybe I can use the same icon for locating it, and I'll use the action go to view map. Okay. So this is my address information. Let's keep adding more spaces. Let's add some of them now. So I have some spaces now. Okay, so now I will add labels. For example, I need information about reservable areas. Okay, in tiny and green. Oh, it seems it's here outside the table. Oh, let me remove those. I think those are the ones I pasted at the beginning. Okay, I need to add it here. Okay, tiny and green. Okay, now it's inside the table. So let's put it here. Okay, now let's add the field reservable here to the whole table in small and just below the label. Okay, I will add another label. I will say restrooms. Tiny and green. Okay, now I will add the field restrooms. This is the longest screen in terms of design, okay? It shouldn't take long. Now another label called parking. And green. Now the field parking in small. Okay. Now other label that says if it allows barbecuing. Tiny and green. Well, I'm not going to use all the fields in this example. I will add them after the webinar, okay? I don't want to spend all the time. Those jumpers. Tiny and green. Jumpers in small. Right. Okay, let's keep copying and pasting some images. Now another label that will say alcohol allowed. Tiny and green. Okay, and then the field alcohol. We're almost done. Okay, and small. Okay. Then only three more. Tennis. Tiny and green. Tennis. Small. Two more. Basketball. Tiny. I know this one is taking too long, but it's almost done and it will finish. And that's the longest part of this webinar, I promise. Then basketball, small. And finally, athletics, tiny green, and athletics in small. Okay, so, well, only one more space. And finally, we will add photo number 2 at the bottom, okay? So we have our screen. I'm sorry, I'm finished. That was the longest part, okay? I promise. Now it's going to be fast, okay? It's almost, not almost done, but I mean, it's going to be faster now. Okay, now we have our 3 views. Okay, now I want to let the user switch from one view to another. Okay, so basically I will add one bar that will switch from map to list. Okay, so let's open the bar manager and let's call this bar switch. Why is not allowing me? We're starting having trouble. Okay, let's refresh. I know it's too late. I think you were in India, right? Okay, we will have some webinars in the future in different timing, okay? I don't know what happened here. I cannot finish writing the name of my bar. I'm trying to refresh the screen. Something's wrong with my internet connection. I don't even know if you can hear me. Sounds good. Okay, but I'm not sure if MobileCube server is down or something because it's not refreshing. Is it working there, Daniel? I promise that someday I will have one webinar and everything will work perfectly. But you know, when you do it's something with the server then. You know, when you do a live demo, then everything starts going wrong. Let's try to wait 1 minute or two and see what happens. Maybe the server is down and it's resetting or something. You're in? Okay, let's try to refresh. I hope it saved all the changes. I'm scared. Not working here. Really? Now it's moving or something. Let's see. Maybe I lost my session. Let me try to access again. And I'm scared to find my app broken. Let's hope not. I think it was this one. No, it's working. I hope I don't have to repeat all the process. Oh, it's not loading. Oh, no. Okay. I'm sorry for that. It seems we had some small cut. Oh, no. Oh, no, it's here off. Since it took like 5 seconds to load, I thought I lost everything, but okay, everything is here, so no worries. So let's go to, now we have a lot of different bars. Let's try to remove them. Okay, let's not touch them. Okay, I'm going to use the switch one. Let's open this one and see if I can. I'm really sorry. It's going too slow. Something's wrong. Let's try to refresh again. Okay. I'm really sorry for this. Something's wrong. Okay, let's try to start the session again. Maybe these microcuts in our server are pausing my session or something like that. Okay, let's try one more time. Let's load the database screen. Now it's faster. I am praying. Let's create a new bar. Don't touch the previous one. Switch view. It's going to be the name. Okay, now I have this bar. I'm going to do it slower so that I don't break anything. I will add one bar. It will have 3 cells, 45, 10, and then 45. I'm going to add one picture on the middle with this target image, and I will use the action my location. Okay, it will be useful for locating the user on the map. Okay, then I will add a text on the first cell. It will say map. It will use tiny font. Then I will add a text on the third cell. It will say list, tiny font in the middle, and I will center them vertically in the middle. And for the first cell, I will use the action go to view map. Okay, and for the third cell, I will place it in the middle, and then I will use action go to view list. Okay, I hope it's working. Okay, now I'm going to add this bar on the top. Okay, now it's working. Then I will add one more bar with the title of the app. Let's call it title. We'll place it on the top. Let's design this bar. I will use a table with some 15%. I think I have a square image transparent. I'm going to use it here just to set the size of the bar. Okay, this cell is transparent, this image is transparent, so I will see the background. Okay, then I will have 70% and then 15%. Okay, so in the middle I'm going to place the title of the app, Picnic Areas of San Francisco, in any font. Okay, and I will place it on the middle, and let's use white color for the text, and the whole table will be green. Okay, and now in the third cell I'm going to add a share button, this one in the middle, and it will have the action share, and I'm going to combine text and a variable. Okay, so I will enter, hey, you should have this app with all the picnic areas of San Francisco. And let me go to Google Play. And since every app on Google Play have this URL and then the name of the Android package, then I will take this, I will copy it, I will paste it. We'll paste it at the end, and then I'm going to use curly brackets, and I will say bundle ID with curly brackets. Okay, this is one of the variables you can find here on the Help Center, as we said before. So my app, you see it, will replace these brackets with the name of my Android package. Okay, so this URL will link to my app on Google Play. Okay, and that's all for, well, let's enter it on the middle. Okay, so this is my title app, my title bar. Okay. Okay, so finally what I want to add to this app is a filter selection. Okay, so the user can filter data. Okay, so that they can get only, for example, picnic areas with a tennis court. Okay. Okay, Daniel, thank you for being here. Okay, yeah, I know it's too late in Spain. Okay, so thanks for your support. Okay, so, well, if you have questions, since we are only 5 people, I'm able to read the chat. Okay, so if somebody has questions, you can keep using the chat. Okay, so finally, I'm going to add one more screen called filters. Okay, so now I'm going to have one bar, and I will let the user go to the filters selection screen. Okay, let's add a different bar called filters. I will place it on the bottom. Let's design it. It will be a table with 2 icons. Let's do it really simple. Okay, first one will be the home icon. Let's do it small, like 20% in the middle, and then another icon with the filters. Okay, and again small. Okay, in the middle. Okay. Now let's put them in the middle. Okay, so the first one, let's use green color, maybe a really soft green, just to add some differentiation. Okay, and then I will have the action go to screen to the whole cell. Okay, go to screen main DB. Okay, and then for the second, I will use go to screen and filters. Go to screen and filters. Okay, we are having some trouble with bars today. Okay, it's saved. Okay, now I'm going to add another table with text. Okay, so that I can have some text on the bottom. Okay, and then another here. It's because the both icons are not the same size. That's why I'm using two tables. Okay, instead of one. Okay, and then I will use the green color again. The soft green. No, it's not the same. Let's wait. Let's copy this color. Okay. And then I will add the same action. I think it will end in 10 or 15 minutes. Okay, we're now it's going to be really fast. Okay, because we have all the design and everything. Okay, I'm sorry it took too long. The details, the detail view. I'm sorry for that. Go to screen again. I'm going to add the action also in this second table. Okay. Forget about this error that I'm getting. And then middle, go to screen and filters. Okay, now I have my bar. Okay, and I have all of them. I have all my bars. And now I only need to create the filters selection. Okay, so I'm going to have 6 filters. First, I want to, well, I'm going to use for this screen, I'm going to use an option list, okay? So that I can do it faster, okay? Maybe after the webinar, I change it and I will use an info screen, okay? But I want to make it faster now. So let's add 6 filters. Okay, the first one is allow or barbecue allowed. Okay, and well, this one should take us to a different database screen. So since I finished my database screen and all the design I suppose is good, I'm going to copy that screen and I will call it VB barbecue. Okay, and then I will add some filters. Okay. Okay, now I have my screen. So this first button will take us to go to screen and DB barbecue. Okay, so this is my filter selection screen. Let's add bars here, the title, and also the filters bar. Okay, just to make it nicer. Okay, let's go and edit the barbecue screen. I'm going just to add some filters. Okay. It's supposed to be taken to not sure if I lost the session again. It's not responding. Let me refresh again. Okay, let's go to DB barbecue. So basically, this is the same, it's a copy of the same screen with all the views and everything. I have the same database, okay? So now I'm only going to use some filters, okay? So I'm going to add a filter, and let's edit the filter. So I want to filter and only get those items that have yes on the barbecue field or not provided, okay? So I will use field barbecue, and I will use operator starts with Y. Okay, that's enough. Or barbecue field includes gas grill, for example. Okay, and accept. So if I preview my database, I only get 9 different picnic areas out of 30, okay? So, well, this is my screen with filters. I'm not going to touch anything about the style or design, okay? So now I can just clone my filter screen, okay? I will use DB jumper, for example, and I will jumpers allowed, go to screen, the new screen, DB jumper, and let's copy all of them. So let's copy this one, DB alcohol, allowed, go to screen, DB alcohol, then we will copy DB tennis, and tennis courts, go to screen, DB tennis, and then basketball courts. We're almost done, okay? DB basket, and go to screen, DB basket, and finally DB athletics. I will use athletic fields. Go to screen, DB athletics. Okay, so now I just need to go to all of them and change the filter. Okay, so let's start with alcohol. It's not allowing me to change from one screen to another. Okay, but my guess is that I need to refresh again. Normally it works perfectly, but this week is crazy. Okay, let's switch to DB alcohol, and let's change this filter, and let's remove this one. So now the field alcohol, I want it starts with Y. Okay. Okay. Let's go to DB athletics, and let's edit the filter. Let's remove second condition, and field athletics starts with Y. Now let's go to DB basket screen. Okay, we're almost done. This is basketball starts with Y. Okay, now DB jumper. Normally you do this after you check that the design in all the views is the one you want, okay? Because now if after publishing the app you realize that you want to change something on the design of one view, then you will need to add that change to 7 different screens, okay? And you don't want to do that. So normally you should have previewed your app in the first screen once you finish the design of the first database screen. And after everything is okay, then you start copying all the screens and adding filters, okay? So jumper is done. Okay, so let's add tennis, and this is the last one. Field tennis starts with Y. Okay, so I think we are done. Okay, if we have all screens, all the content, so let's publish the app and see what happened. Okay, and then after publishing, I will show you the app with my webcam. Well, if we find some things that I want to change, I won't do it in a webinar because it's taking too long, okay? But I will, if we find something that we don't like, then I will make changes today or maybe tomorrow before publishing the app on Google Play, okay? But this is a real app, and the idea is to publish it on Google Play and maybe on iPhone as well. Okay, so then in some months we will talk about the earnings, how much money we made with this app, and things like that, okay? And then you can take this idea and start creating apps for your own city or your country, okay? Because this is an example of how to show, you know, picnic areas in your city, but you can use it for like placing like mail inboxes, or ATM machines, or restaurants. I mean, you can create any kind of guide locating places from your city, okay? So, well, it's going to be like maybe 2 more minutes to be published, okay? In the meantime, do you have any questions you want me to answer? No? Okay, this is the URL of the app. And we have a copy of this webinar. Yeah, of course. So it's been recorded. Okay, so during the next 3 to 12 hours, I guess, the video will be processed and it will be available if you go to bigmarker.com/mobincube, then enter conferences, and yeah, the recording will be there. Okay. Okay, so how to earn from your app? Okay, that's a good question. Well, you know that when you create apps with MobileCube, you can keep advertisement in your apps. We will manage all the advertisement in your app, okay? And you will make money with advertisement, okay? Some people prefer to sell the app, set a price for their app, like $1 or $2 on the App Store, okay? But I can tell you that nobody is going to buy your app, okay? Because nobody buys apps on the App Store nowadays, okay? So you can make more money if you give your app for free and then you keep advertisement in your app. So people will see advertisements and they will click on them, and when they click on them, you will make money, okay? We have some webinars recorded. You can check our website in mobilecube.com. On the footer, you can see some, well, you can see a link to our past webinars, I think, or if not, you can go to bigmarket.com/mobilecube, then conferences, and there's one talking about earnings, how to optimize your earnings, how to make more downloads, things like that, okay? We will keep talking about that. We will do more webinars about that because it's a really interesting thing, okay? Okay, now it's finished. Okay, now you can, let me copy and paste the URL in case you have an Android device, okay? You can install the app. I'm going to do the same in my Android device in case you don't have an Android there. Now we will see the result, okay? So let me start my camera. The requested document. Well, you have to put that URL in your mobile device, not on the PC, okay? Let me stop sharing my screen. Well, you should go to this website if you use that URL. This is the downloaded platform. So I'm going to download. It says downloading. Let me select the file. One moment. Okay, this is a file. Install. Okay, now it's opening. Okay, so this is my first screen with the terms and conditions. Then I click start. Okay, so, well, this is the advertisement. It's not, I don't know why it's black, but let me close it. So, well, this is my app. You see the title on the top, Picnic Areas of San Francisco, and you see I have the switch bar from map to list. I have the filters bar, and then I have the share button, okay, here on the top. So if I click on this button, my phone will ask me which app I want to share with. For example, if I use SMS, it says, this is the text of the SMS I'm sending. Hey, you should have this app with all the picnic areas of San Francisco, and then it says the real URL, okay? So let me go back to the app. Okay, so let's see more things. So I have the map here with all the picnic areas in my database. So I can use, if I touch on one of them, I see the dialog. Okay, I see the picture, I see the name, the address, and then I have 3 buttons. Okay, the first one is for sharing the location of this point. Okay, imagine that I'm in that point, in that picnic area, and I want to tell my friends how to come. Okay, I can use this button. So then again, I will set location. Okay. You see, this is the location of Julius Kahn Playground Picnic Area. Remember that I just put the name of the field on the database with parentheses, okay? I use name in parentheses. So since I had this Julius Kahn Playground selected, it changed the name text for the real name of that point. Also with the GPS location, okay? It changed it. Okay, so the second one is for opening Google Maps application. So if I click on it, it will open the Google Map application. So now I can, it's loading. I think the internet connection of my device. Okay, now I have the same spot on the Google Map. So now I can click and trace a route. Okay, so let's go back to the app. And the third button is for opening the detail view. Okay, now I have all the information about this playground, the address, and also with this button that switches to the map again. Okay, then I have all the information I included, barbecue not allowed, jumpers, and everything. Okay, hold on, give me 5 seconds, okay? Sorry for that. I think I used twice the picture. I don't know why. I have the picture 1 and picture 2 is repeated. Okay, I will change it. Okay. Then if I go to map, I will change to map view. Okay, I have again all my spots on the map, and now I can switch to list, and I'm getting all these places ordered by distance. Okay, so this one is the closest one to my home, second one, the third one. Okay, so I can click on them. Okay, and I'll see the information again. Okay, and finally, if I go to the map, not finally, but I have my location button. It should, maybe I didn't save the action for this button. Okay, I will check it, but it should take me to my current location. Okay, and finally I have the filters bar. Okay, so if I click on filters, it will open the filter menu. So I can now go to, for example, if I want to play tennis today, okay, I want to know which picnic area has a tennis court, then I can click here and it will filter and it will only show those that have a tennis court. Okay, I can now, okay, if I'm going to have a party with my friends, I want to know a picnic area that allows drinking alcohol, I can click here maybe. Okay, so I have different places. Okay, and if I click home, then I will see all of them. Okay, so well, basically this is everything. Let me stop my webcam. Okay, can you hear me now? I always have problems with the audio when I close my webcam. Okay, perfect. So yeah, basically that was the app, the real app that we wanted to create today. So I will fix small things, okay, in the app that I saw. Yeah, okay, let me give you the address. You can use this URL on an Android device, okay? So my next step will be fixing some small details on the design, okay, that I saw, and then I will keep adding more places on the database because I only used 30, but I think there are like 100 picnic areas in San Francisco, so I will add all of them to the database. And yeah, and after that I will publish the app on Google Play. So I guess tomorrow the app will be available in Google Play. So yeah, you can download it and you can give me 5 stars, okay, if you want, and I will appreciate it. But yeah, but that was the idea for this webinar. You know that we've done a lot of webinars in the past where we only explain how to use MobbingCube, but with only examples, okay? But now we are doing some webinars with real examples, okay, with real apps. So now every webinar is going to be a real app, okay? Last week we had one, a good one for making money, okay? So today we wanted to have this example, and I like this example today because with this type of apps, I think you can make money, because the good thing of this type of app is that you can have active users, okay? Because there are some other apps that might perform really good if they have a lot of downloads, they make money, but people download the app, opens the app once, and they never open it again, okay? So in this case, this one with the picnic areas, if you get one person downloading the app, and he finds the app useful, then he will keep opening the app maybe every week or every time he wants to play tennis and he wants to find a tennis court in the city, things like that. So you will have more active users. So if you earn users, they will be active and they will open your app with more frequency. So you will increase the number of ad impressions, so you will make more money. Okay, so this is a good example that you can take to your city. Maybe not picnic areas, but you can, you can place all the ATMs or all the restaurants or all the, I don't know, supermarkets in your city. Okay, so people will use them frequently. Okay, and you will make more money. Okay. And well, this was the first chapter of the GPS location webinar. My idea is probably in 1 month to create the same app as today, but more complex. Okay, I will create some advanced app that will let users add content to the app. Okay, so instead of having all the picnic areas of San Francisco, I will start letting people add their own picnic areas in their cities. Okay, so from the app, they will be able to add more picnic areas. They will be able to take pictures and upload them so that other users can see pictures. Okay, so it will be like a community app. Okay, and that will be maybe in a month. Okay, so well, that's all. If you, I'm going to stay here for some minutes in case you have questions. Okay, and the ones that don't have more questions and you are leaving, I just wanted to thank you for being here this 1 hour and a half. I hope you enjoyed. I know it's too late in India, so thank you for taking the time, and I hope you you have good dreams. Okay. Okay, let me answer some questions. Afros had one question. With this app, can general users update sites or venues to the... Okay, that was what I was telling. Okay, not with this app, okay, because I use default functionalities of MobbingCube. Okay, but I'm not sure if you know that with MobbingCube you can add your own functionalities. I mean, you can expand the functionality of your app if you know HTML and JavaScript. Okay, so, and you can also use some tools. Well, this is our official backend. We're partnering this company called Mobac.com. Okay, and they offer a JavaScript SDK. Okay, so yeah, with combining HTML, JavaScript, and the JavaScript SDK that Mobac provides, you will be able to create like more advanced things. Yeah, and that's what people will be able to develop. Okay, and I will do it maybe in 3 weeks or 4 weeks, maybe earlier, I don't know, but I will let people upload content from within the app. Okay, that has to be developed in HTML, JavaScript. Okay, so does anyone have more questions? Thank you, Afros, for being here. I know this webinar had some boring stages, okay, but yeah, you can find my email. This is my email, or I think you can message me here. The thing is that since we are recording it, well, let me write it for you. This is my email, or you can contact me on Twitter. Or you can send an email to info@mobbingcube.com. I'm really bad with emails, I have to say that. I get like 100 emails every day. I think 80 are spam, but so I'm missing a lot of emails. So if I don't answer an email, please send it again. Okay. I'm a really chaotic person. Okay, so if you don't have more questions, I think it's time to sleep. Well, not here. Here it's only 1 p.m. Okay, so yeah, let me stop recording. Okay, bye-bye.